disgruntledduck.com.
Hi guys, welcome again. Another review video. Again, it's a Tamiya model, 135th Military Miniature Series, and it's the Russian T-62A tank. Quite excited about this. So basically, this tank was developed again. It's another Cold War era. It's developed in the 70s. This was around the time that you had the M60, the Leopard, the French AMX 30 and the Chieftain tank. They basically made the T-55, T-54 obsolete, so the Russians needed a new tank, and this was the tank. 115mm gun, a couple of machine guns, and yeah, this is what's on offer. So here we go, we've got our Tamiya instructions. Again, not an expensive kit. This cost me around £16–17, as you might expect. There's not going to be too much work to do on the actual build. We've got ourselves two different sets of markings for us to have a crack on, and we've got our little painting guide at the back. So onto the model. This is basically rubber tracks. You know how I feel about rubber tracks. I have no problem at all with them. A lot of these Tamiya kits, especially these cheaper ones, I'm building out of the box, and so no photo etch, no add-ons, no aftermarket, no anything. And I like them to be quite quick builds. And for the quick builds, I have no problem with this. You know, if you want to start making luxury display models, of course you're going to start buying single link tracks, aftermarket products, and you're probably not going to buy Tamiya kits anyway when you're going for those, because there's a lot of other products on the market. But you know, for the beginner modeler or the more casual modeler who's not into that, these are some of the best way to go. So we've got the bottom of our hull, nothing at all to write home about. Very simple, very plain. Now this is going to be very similar to our T-55 that we built recently. Forget what company that Trumpeter it was, wasn't it? And it did wind me up. Every step of the way it wound me up. So I can already see a lot of the parts we had to build on there are pre-fitted. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Only time's going to tell. One thing I definitely don't like is the fact that the shovel's already fitted. So that's going to be a little bit of a pain to paint, I reckon. We might scrape that guy off. We've always got some spare shovels lying around from extra kits, so we can replace that, but I think this is definitely going to go. The toolboxes, that's one thing. I've built a couple of T-55s in my time, and generally you build those individually, whereas on this kit they're partially formed in the hull. So we're just going to have to put a top and a side on them. Don't know how that's going to look, but one thing I'm not that upset about is the fact that the front mudguards here are pre-moulded. Both the previous kits I've built, they've been a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, that looks alright, doesn't it? With the supports for the side of the skirt there as well. They all look alright. It's not the most detail you're going to find in the kit, but again, at this price point, it's got a fair bit of detail. Right, onto the turrets. Again, very basic, nothing to really write home about. Tiny little bit of flash, it's going to need trimming. There's no texture at all on the top. It's a very smooth lid, so I don't know if we want to get a little bit of texture on that, but that looks alright. Next on, our external parts. So we've got our gun, we've got our handrails, we've got our engine covers, we've got a machine gun there, hatches. Again, quite a basic kit. There's other kits in the Tamiya range about the same price where there's a lot more detail, but again, I'm not going to complain. I think that's going to be enough to get on with, and I mean really it's a case of Not necessarily how good the kit is, but it's what you can actually do once you've got that kit. So all in all, nice little sprue, no complaints. These should be 2 or 3 hour builds. So right, we've got our toolboxes, we've got our gas tanks, we've got our barrels, we've got the rest of the turret, we've got the wooden log at the back, some more hatches, we've got our hooks, pretty much everything. The only thing I don't see so far, I could be wrong and it might be on this final bit, is I don't see a towing cable. So there might be something we have to, if we want to, we're going to scratch build. But this should be a nice easy build. I don't see many problems. I don't see a lot of flash on there. There's a nice bit, I like the wood as well, there's a nice little bit of texture on the wood. That's got a little bit of flash on the side, but that should look quite cute when that's painted up. That's probably about the best wood texture I've seen on one of these guys so far. So that's that, and then there's our last sprue, which is our road wheels, and we've also got in there our little pack of decals. So nice little simple decals. We've got three different numbers we can use, so 3 different paint schemes or 3 different variants. Our polycaps and our final sprue, which is the wheels and our little tanker guy here. So I'm not sure about these wheels, how they're going to be painted, if there's going to be a black around the outside. I don't see, if they are black around the side, I don't see how we're going to paint that quite easily. It's a very small ridge. We have to do it, we have to do it. Not the most detailed wheels in the world, passable, we can do a bit to them, but all in all, for a model that cost, I think, around £15, you get what you pay for. And as always with Tamiya, you know it's going to be a better than decent fit, and you can have a little afternoon build with that guy. So that is the T-62A from Tamiya. Thanks for joining me, thanks for checking this one out. Come back, we'll be building this one up. Don't know what we're going to do with it. I don't know how we're going to weather it or that, but yeah, I'm building a couple of Russian things at the minute. I'm trying to get the Russian paint the right colour, so yeah, we're having a bit of fun with that. But yeah, this should be a quite cute build. Join me again. Until then, happy modelling.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment.